What up? What up? What up, y'all?
Hey,
Here we go. Here we go.
what's Gucci in the
Oh,
place tonight? I feel like I'm like emceeing a rap concert or something.
a rap concert.
Uh, yeah. Let me get my camera right quick, real nice. You know, let's see. Let's see if I can't get this real nice.
I don't have that high
Ooh.
tech stuff like you do. You know.
Yeah, nah. But you already look good. I just kind of have to make things happen.
What up, y'all? What
I'm
up,
regrowing my
Thomas?
hair, by the way. If you guys have been watching the podcast and you're like, why does Zach look so like terrible? It's because I'm regrowing my hair
Cause
out.
he's
I
growing.
had y'all didn't know me before. I had some pretty nice hair, bro. So we'll see if we can
And
get
then he
that back.
shaved it one day, and we were like, "What's going on?"
I shaved it during COVID. It wasn't a midlife crisis. It was just a COVID crisis.
Mm.
I don't know if anyone else had any COVID crises. Hey, if you guys can send this video quickly, this is everyone in our community who's watching. If you can send this link to your friends who love the NFL, let's get some people in here and let's make a community mock draft together. What we're doing on the show today, right? Quickly, we are going to go through every pick, and you guys are going to vote in the chat who the pick should be. We're going to throw some random trades in there for you, kind of catch you off guard a little bit. But we're pretty excited to do this. And then at the end of the day, we'll have our community mock draft, one that you and us have put together collectively. So it's going to be pretty good. If you guys could drop a like for us, that would mean a lot. But Badaki, is it safe to say, we can obviously just put Zach Wilson and Justin Lawrence?
Justin Lawrence. Wow. I mean, what a great player coming into this draft, Justin Lawrence. I cannot wait to see him go.
Hey guys, I'm gonna leave. Shout out to Justin Lawrence. All right, pull the big board up for us. Pull the big board up for the big boys.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's check it out. There we go. So we're doing this on the PFF. If you didn't know.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and can we agree? Let's see some comments. Can we agree? Just say yes, agreed. If you are okay to put Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson on the board 1 and 2, and then we'll just actually start the real draft at 3. Is everyone okay with that? Let's have a little geese. Agreed. Tommy agreed. Yes. Colin's in.
Calling me, but yo, by the way, what's up, everyone? You know, huge love. I haven't. What's good, Thomas? What's good, Colin, Luke, Sir Mathith. I don't know how you say your name. Sorry if I just butchered that. Anyone else? I see Connor Nero up top. So what up? Just huge love, y'all. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shramath. The Shramath. I'm calling them the Math King. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and click start draft there.
All right, so then here we go. We're going to get Trevor Lawrence right on the board. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, and then Zach Wilson without a doubt, for sure.
Yes. Okay, so here is where the draft is actually going to start, right? Is it Mac Jones? Is it Trey Lance? Is it Justin Fields? Now is your chance to vote. Who is it going to be? Comment right now who it should be going to the 49ers.
You know, I've actually heard, well, obviously, I think Justin Fields is having another pro day, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the Falcons are going, which is interesting. And obviously the 49ers are going to be there, but I don't know, man. I think it's Mac Jones in my opinion.
I don't know. I still don't believe that they would have traded up for Mac Jones. It blows my mind if that's actually what's happened.
Katie said he's like, I like Fields more than Zach for a second. But yeah,
let's read them out so far, okay? Let's have a look. Okay, we got 1 Jones, 2 Jones.
We need a piece of paper, pen and paper here. That's what we need.
Shoot, we should have brought a piece of paper.
Write on your phone. Write on your phone or something. That might be easy.
All right, Badaki, why don't you count out all the Jones for us?
All right, I see. Let me just go from the top here. All right, we have we got 1 Jones.
We got to go through this quickly.
2 Jones.
Because there's a lot of picks.
3 Jones. Oh no, that's 1. Thomas voted twice. I only see 2 Jones. Okay.
Okay, Mac Jones 2.
And then I see 1 Fields, 1 Fields, 2 Fields, 3 Fields, 4
Oh,
Fields.
we got another Fields.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, so
it looks
the
like
Fields are starting to take over. I see 3 Lance.
I see one Lance. Oh, I see 3 Lance. Okay,
You're
yeah.
not very good at reading.
All right,
That
I
is the
see.
problem here,
That's
ladies and gentlemen.
this is the hard part. Okay. Well, it looks like
All right,
what's it called? Justin Fields
it's
is going to go
Justin
third.
Fields. Put Justin Fields on the board to the 49ers.
Okay, here we go. Justin Fields on the board to the
All right.
49ers.
Justin Fields is on the board. This is the most likely scenario, I think. You don't agree, but this is how I see it going.
It's not that I don't agree. Like I definitely see the scenario. I'm just there's a gut feeling. There's a little inkling in me. There's something that Mac Jones could be number 3 and Justin Fields goes to the Falcons. Cause like we said, I've been getting reports all day today that the Falcons are going to go to Justin Fields Pro Day today, which is really interesting. It's been out. That's been the talk of the town kind of today. And yeah,
Yeah. Badaki, can you share your screen with me on Discord, by the way? Just so I can see it before the stream sees it. So we are going to do a surprise trade here. Okay. Every once in a while, Badaki and I are just going to decide this team's going to trade down. And the Falcons make sense. It makes sense for them to trade down. And let's have a look at the potential teams that could trade up.
right.
Yeah, there will be random trades. We're not going to tell you when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And then you're just going to have to react and like you're a real NFL team. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do it slightly quick. Okay, so you can't share the screen. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, go to the trade icon. Let's see who's going to send us a trade here.
Okay. I mean,
See on the trade, there's a bunch of offers. Not the Giants. No, let's see who makes sense here.
look, I mean, obviously the two that make sense, the Denver Broncos, the Washington football team, and the Patriots. If everyone is thinking that, next best quarterback available, 4 quarterbacks off the board is Mac Jones, who's going to be that team that is going to be giving up a lot of picks? I mean, going
Trey Lance, people moving out for a trade.
Yeah, that as well. But
let's let the community decide. The Broncos. Let's have the Broncos be the team that's trading up.
okay, the Denver Broncos. Here we go. Select a team to trade with. Denver Broncos.
It's forced to trade. It doesn't matter for this scenario.
True, yeah,
just put forced trade. Just swap their picks, the 4th and 9th. Obviously, it wouldn't be.
So just go like that.
There would be a lot more for this, but yeah.
4th and 9th, forced trade.
All right, so the Broncos are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Who are the Broncos taking at the 4th pick? Could be Mac Jones, could be Justin Fields. I don't know. I mean, could be anyone that you want them to, but comment now. Let us know. Who are the Broncos taking when they trade up to 4th?
So, Kate, it's interesting. I don't think the Broncos trade actually because Sam Darnold.
It could happen.
Yeah, it makes sense. We got 2 Lance.
Right, we got 2 Lance on the board. Let's see. Who else have we got? By the way, anyone who's watching who's new, you are commenting your picks for each pick. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock for each pick, and you're going to comment who your pick is. We're going to do this together. All right, so we got 3 Lance. Okay, it's Trey Lance. Put Trey Lance on the board.
Your boy Lancey.
Trey Lance is on the board. He's officially a Denver Bronco. And the Bengals are on the clock. Comment your pick. Who should the Bengals be selecting with the 5th overall pick? Is it Penei Sewell? Is it Kyle Pitts? Is it Jamar Chase? Is it Daniel Badaki?
I mean, I'll play offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow. I mean, all these guys, just talent. See you there.
All right, so we've got 1 Chase. We got 2 Chases, 3 Sewells, 4 Sewells, 5 Sewells. I think it's safe to say let's put Sewell on the board here. And I honestly think this makes the most sense to me, Badaki. Penei Sewell.
Absolutely. I mean, you need to.
Yeah. Got to protect your future investment. The guy that you invested a 1st overall pick last year, make sure you can protect him. Otherwise, his career is going to be like the Blaine Gabbards and people who didn't have any good teams around them.
I think this is where it really gets interesting. The Miami Dolphins are on the clock. I mean, I've also read a report today that Miami Dolphins could be taking Kyle Pitts.
I've heard that.
And
let's let the community decide. Yeah. Comment your pick right now. We're going to talk about it. But as we're talking, comment your pick. Who are the Dolphins going to take? Yes, you said Kyle Pitts. I've heard this circulating around the league. And
look, I don't disagree. I mean, you do have Devonta Parker. You drafted a guy. You traded or you picked up Will Fuller. I mean, Miles Gesicki Mike Gesicki, what's going to happen? Do they trade
You
him?
just put together two players, Myles Gaskin and
Uh,
Mike Gesicki.
and
Together, they are Myles Gesicki. Running back tight end combo. You can play where the super flex of your dreams.
Look, the community is saying Chase right now. We have 1, 2,
All
3, 4, 5. Oh, Chase
Yeah.
definitely won. Okay, so Chase is
to the
going.
Dolphins. Put it on the board.
Say less. Miami Dolphins.
All right, so Jamar Chase heads to Miami. Makes sense. He's definitely the wide receiver 1 in this draft. I mean, if you needed any reassurances, Pro Day probably showed you that again. Quick note with Pro Days, guys. Pro Days should never change your mind on a prospect. We made a post about this on our Instagram, but a Pro Day should never like be the reason you move someone in your draft board. A Pro Day should just reassure you what you know they can and they can't do, right? Like it's never a needle moving day for us, in our opinion.
Right.
Okay, who's on the board next?
The Lions.
Lions are
Detroit
on the board.
And
okay,
look, obviously their needs is wide receiver, edge, linebacker. Obviously the biggest guy that's been going to the Lions. A lot of people in the mock draft saying that Michael Parsons is going to go to the Lions. Obviously they have T.J. Hawkinson. Do they select Kyle Pitts and maybe trade away T.J. Hawkinson? Do they take a linebacker that they need? Like what really do they do here? I'm interested. And plus they have no receivers. You know, Tyrell Williams is their quote unquote best receiver currently. Do they go for a receiver? Do they go for a tight end? Do they go for defensive? It's weird.
Tell us in the chat. Tell us who the Lions are taking. We're not going to trade the Lions out, guys, because when you think about it, there's no team really 12-8 that is going to be looking for a quarterback at this point, for looking for Mac Jones, if this is how the draft falls. So comment your pick for the Detroit Lions right now. Let's see who the Lions are going to take. So we've got one for Smith, one for Parsons, one for Waddle, another for Parsons, another for Smith, another for Smith or Waddle. So Smith is in the lead right now. Parsons at 2.
Cade, look at that. Look at the question from Cade. Would you guys be going live during the NFL draft?
Yeah.
Look,
hard to say. Look,
it's hard. Yeah.
You know what? We'll quickly ask you this, because in our thought process, you guys would probably prefer to watch the actual NFL draft than watch us talk about it. But let us know, like, if you want us to go live and there's a good amount of people who would like to be live with us, we're completely happy to do that. We just assume.
Yeah, we probably can't stream the draft, but we can definitely talk about it.
That's the issue.
Like you'll see both of us.
Our video will be taken down if we actually stream the draft.
Yeah, so just let us know.
Okay, so Parsons and Smith seem to be the consensus pick. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll consensus vote Parsons. Is the pick here. It makes more sense. We actually had him going to the Lions in our latest, the mock draft before this one, and it makes sense. They were one of the worst defenses all last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you guys play fantasy, most of you do. Think about when you saw the Detroit Lions against your running back in fantasy. You were absolutely cheering. You're like, this is the week. I'm going to dominate my opponent. Okay, the Panthers are on the clock at 8, and my goodness, someone fell to them. But let's hear it, chat. Who should the Panthers take? Comment your pick now.
Sam Darnold's a new addition to this team, which is absolutely incredible. The Panthers are scary.
Yeah,
they're scary.
If Sam Darnold's potential is what we think it could be, and I'll say this: if anyone's playing Dynasty in here, you should definitely try and get Sam Darnold on the cheap right now, because he's never had offensive weapons like this in his entire life.
Right.
Okay, Pitts, Daddy Pitts.
Pitts to Carolina.
Pitts to Carolina. All right, put Kyle Pitts on the board.
Pitts to Carolina.
Zaddy Pitts.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. Okay, now the Falcons, obviously, they traded down from 4 to 9. This is going
to be hard for them. This is probably why they don't do this, because now they're like, damn, like we missed out on Pitts. What do we do?
Right. And look, obviously in PFF they said they need an edge rusher, a cornerback, and a safety. Okay. Do they? Obviously, I don't think they're going to go wide receiver. Julio, Calvin. There's no need. Okay, offensive line.
They could, but you're right. It's probably. You know what? It's happened before in drafts. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Falcons trade more than once. I think that they could trade down twice in this draft. I think it's crazy, but it could happen. Anyway, they're on the board. So who are they taking, guys? Comment your pick. Who should the Falcons be taking with this selection?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
There's two people that I can think of. Okay, I don't think they take a wide receiver. Sorry, there's three. Obviously, they can go a tackle. Rashad Slater, I think, kind of makes sense because their offensive line wasn't the best. Number two, Mac Jones. They sit behind Matt Ryan, or they go with a cornerback, which is J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain. It just really depends on who they prefer. Patrick Surtain is probably the best corner.
Yeah,
coming out, but J.C. Horn is climbing up the ranks.
Tommy keeps commenting Pitts, but Pitts is off the board. You can't vote for Pitts anymore. I'm sure the Falcons would do the same thing. No, we want Pitts, please. Put Pitts on the board.
Yeah,
first.
Honestly. Someone said Kate said trade down, which it does make sense, but like who would they trade for? How about we think about that? How about we make it interesting?
I don't see anyone trading down. Like, why would the Pats trade? Why would the Pats trade up? It's only going to be Washington or Chicago that trades up if they really want.
Right. So, for example,
they really want Jones, but they don't need to trade this high. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to trade. Like, who's trading up for what?
I mean, one of these, if, for example, let's say the Pats wanted Mac Jones, there could be
no one ahead of them.
Yeah, there's no one ahead of them. There's no one ahead of them, so it makes sense. But I don't know, man.
Okay, so all right, quickly in the next 10 seconds, if you want us to trade down, say trade down. If you want us to stay, just say stay. In the next 10 seconds, comment, let us know.
Yeah, we're getting.
Should they stay or should they trade down?
We haven't gotten a legit answer here. If not, we're gonna make an answer.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's saying
stay.
Okay. Caden says trade down. We got two trade downs.
Getting
1, 2, 3, 4 trades.
All right,
4 stays. Okay.
All right, I think Surtain was the most commented player, and it makes sense. I just think that they would probably like to get him later, but they might have to start getting some players on that defense. We can add more offensive players, but they really need to make that defense better. Okay, Surtain's a pick. Cowboys are on the clock.
Yeah, interesting here. I mean, in my perspective, I know the guy that I would be taking if I'm the Cowboys here. There's no point of getting a receiver. I mean,
a lot of people feel the same way, I think, of the way that you feel. Mm-hmm. Comment your pick for the Cowboys. Who should the Cowboys be taking?
They could get offensive line piece.
Yeah, maybe it could be a young unknown prospect out of Kansas City, Missouri. Originally went to Platte County High School.
Shout out to KC.
5'8", 150 pounds on a good day. Zach Savage, put him on the board. Can we get some comments for Zach Savage up in here?
Everyone's saying Horn right now. We have 2, 4, 6 JC Horn here, which makes sense. It does make sense.
Let's put Horn on the board.
All right, JC Horn here.
All right, the Giants, the New York Football Giants.
Let's go. 1-800-223-9797. Call the number.
Yep. Who are they taking? Let us know. You got any opinions on this? Because I think if they don't take a certain player, I've had this conversation many times with you. It's a big loss for the franchise.
Look,
if they don't take a certain player.
And I know that player that you're thinking of. I see it, but I don't think that they go that route. Oh, well, let's see. What are you doing?
Let's see.
I'll
show you what I'm about to do. Don't worry, I'll show you.
Okay, look.
I'm about to make this more legit, bro.
Everyone's saying Slater, which makes sense.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, the New York Jets select.
The Giants?
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the New York Giants. All right, they select Rashawn Slater. Put him on the board.
It makes sense. Look.
People are given what they want here, right?
Look, and let me tell you why this makes sense and also doesn't make sense. Okay, number one, they drafted.
While he's telling you, please comment your pick for the Eagles.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
While the Giants should take Rashad Slater, it also doesn't make sense because they did draft 3 offensive linemen in the first 3 rounds last year. Did they pan out? We don't know. They're all rookies. They're all going to their second year. Should they take Rashawn Slater? Maybe. I believe they could. I think that you need to get a receiver no matter whether it's Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith, whatever, Rashad Bateman, it doesn't really care who they take.
You just don't draft based off of what didn't work, though. Like that's my argument again. I get what you're saying, and we have both valid arguments on both sides. But like
the thing is,
Josh Rosen wasn't a good quarterback. So were the Cardinals just not going to draft Kyler Murray because they're like, we just drafted a quarterback? Like, no, the offensive line is so crucial to your success. Daniel Jones isn't going to succeed. Saquon's not going to succeed if they don't have a good offensive line. So
I agree.
Yeah, we agree. Can you drop a like for this if you're watching? That would mean so much to us. Little plugs.
We agree to disagree.
Right. So we always agree to disagree, and that's okay. All right, we got 1 Waddle, 2 Waddle, 3 Waddle, 4 Waddles.
We got a lot of Waddles.
Waddle, and 3 Smiths. So let's put Jalen Waddle on the board. Wait, hold on. Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Waddle, receiver. Alabama. It doesn't get more legit than this, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I'm carrying around a boombox. All right, comment your picks for the Chargers as we talk about this. If Devontae Smith somehow falls to the Chargers, is there any other pick that they can make other than Devontae Smith?
It has to be Devonta Smith.
Oh, we got a lot of people not saying Devontae, so I think some people might be going tackle. All right, quickly though, Jalen Waddle to the Eagles. Does this make sense? Of course it makes sense. He's one of the fastest people on the earth, but it doesn't make sense for their franchise.
Yeah, they need a receiver. Number one, they need a big receiver. Could they get a second receiver in the second round? That's has the height. Maybe they get a Terrence Marshall. Maybe they get because I don't believe Rashad Bateman is going to stay in the second. He's going to go to the second round. Terrence Marshall could go in the first. Apparently, according to this, 26. No, that's just ranking.
Terrence Marshall. We're going to get to that, but I have a place I think he should go. Okay, so make sure to comment your pick. Everyone who's watching, this is how this is working. We're doing a community NFL mock draft. You comment, your voice is heard, and then we make the pick of whoever is the most selected. All right. So with the Chargers on the clock right now,
look,
we have a vote for Vera Tucker, Darashaw, 2 for Smith, another for Darashaw.
So Luke says Waddle's a stupid pick in my opinion. The Eagles don't get another small receiver. Yeah, that makes sense, but that's the best available receiver. Unless they get Rashad Bateman, then you're kind of reaching.
No, here's what I would say for the Eagles. They put themselves in a bad position, if I'm honest. Like they are smart because they got another draft pick next year, but for the talent they needed in this draft, they kind of put themselves in a hard position because Chase was the guy that they should have gone after. He was the wide receiver they needed. Now, I wouldn't mind if the Eagles traded down and got Bateman. Personally, I'm super high on Bateman, so I'd say, hey, get some more value for your first round pick. Get another second next year, right? Swap picks with someone and get Bateman later on. I love Waddle. I don't know that it fits the offense very well. Okay, so the Chargers are on the clock, and it looks like they're going Devonta Smith. It was a super close call between Christian Darrisaw and Devonta Smith. With the 13th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Chargers select Devonta Smith, Alabama. The Vikings are on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Please comment below your pick for the Vikings. I think they have a pretty obvious needs at certain areas, and hopefully the community sees it the same way. But this is your mock draft, okay? We're gonna do whatever you want.
Let's just recap really fast. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence went to the second. Zach Wilson, Justin Fields to the third in San Fran. The Denver Broncos traded up, getting Trey Lance. Penei Sewell goes in the fifth. Jamar Chase to the sixth. Michael Parsons the seventh to the Lions. Kyle Pitts falls to the eighth. What a team that would be if that actually happens next year. Patrick Surtain goes to the Falcons. J.C. Horns to the Cowboys. Rashad Slater to the New York Football Giants. Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith both go back-to-back to the Eagles and Chargers. Interesting.
We got some people saying Christian Darrisaw for the Vikings pick. If you're watching, you're not sure what's happening, you're commenting your pick. We're doing this together. You're commenting your pick, and we're going to make a mock draft together. We've already gotten to pick 14. All right, so we've got a lot of Darrisaws and Vera Tuckers on the board.
I don't mind Vera Tucker, honestly, but
I think it's too early for Vera Tucker personally, but I get where you're coming from. So make sure you comment in your pick for the Vikings right now in the chat. We'll give you 3 more seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, the pick is in. The Minnesota Vikings have selected Christian Darrisaw, tackle, Virginia Tech. Now the Patriots on the board. I know Tommy's ready for this. We got some Pats fans who follow us. Go ahead and comment your pick for the Patriots as we talk about Christian Darrisaw. Darrisaw has shot up boards as of recent. Like, he was a late round tackle going, but I think it makes sense. Have you seen his tape? The dude's a monster. Like, he's a prototypical guy that should go in the first round. I want him to fall to Washington personally, but I love Christian Darrisaw for any team that needs offensive line help.
Yeah, I think he's pretty special. I'm just looking through these names here. I haven't seen a lot of, obviously PFF's kind of upgraded their ranking.
Don't trust any of these mock draft simulators, guys. Obviously, they're not going to be 100% accurate.
Yeah, it's definitely what I like to do, guys. Just to let you know, I like to see what, obviously, like PFF. You know, a guy that I see is Tevin Jenkins, and I want to know why he's ranked so high now. I haven't seen his name in the past couple of weeks. I haven't really heard of it. He's
definitely rose up some boards,
and this is why, like, it's interesting to see. And I'm probably going to do some more research on him. Like, I've heard of Jalen Phillips, you know, Asante Samuels. It's interesting, but
all right, we have 4 for Mac Jones to the Patriots. I think it makes sense. And if there's any quarterback that's going to fall, it's going to be Mac Jones. Watch, like, Justin Fields fall to Washington.
It makes sense, though. Like, why wouldn't you take Mac Jones here? I mean,
the New England Patriots select Mac Jones, quarterback, Alabama. That's right. The people, imagine this if this was how the NFL draft was actually done. It was just like a democracy. All right, fans, like, it's now your time to vote for who the next draft pick is. And then someone, like, I don't know. Well, someone commented Trey Sermon. That's pretty funny.
This is where it gets interesting. I think this is where, you know,
this is where it gets interesting.
This is where you hope to see the Elijah Moores, the Rashad Batemans, for fantasy perspectives, the Terrence Marshalls, like, all these guys go to these teams. I'm interested to see who the Titans take, because they do need a wide receiver too. You know, I'm interested in who else? The Bears.
Who's on the clock right now? Let's tell people to comment.
Sorry, the Arizona Cardinals on the clock. They need a tight end, a defensive end, and a cornerback here.
Okay, so comment your pick on who the Cardinals should select with this pick. If you're watching and you're not sure what's going on, we're doing a community mock draft all together with all of our followers. We're commenting the pick, and then we're putting it on the board. If you're watching, if you could just drop a like on this video, that's something super small you can do to help support us. It would mean a lot. Thanks so much. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Okay, let's see. Who are the picks so far? We've got Joke, which is Jeremiah Okuso Kromokonashututa. Don't know how to say his name. Awusu, Farley, Barmar. We got 2 Barmores. Another
Awusu.
What's that thing Drake used to say? Wusa. You need to wusa. I remember when I remember I was in high school and I heard him say wusa before. I was like, this kid just was obsessed with Drake. I was like, what the hell does wusa mean? I looked it up on Google. I was like, wusa. And I was like, oh yeah. What's up, mom? You need to wusa. You need to wusa, mom. Okay? Relax. Okay, so who's the pick? I think it is got to be, from what we've seen, Awusa.
I mean, wait. 1, 2, 3 Awusas.
That's
4.
JOK.
JOK, okay, yeah. 5 Awusas. Yeah, okay. JOK.
JOK is on the board, and he is now officially gone. Wait. JOK goes to the Arizona Cardinals out of Notre Dame.
They also just got James Conner. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Comment your Raiders picks right now. We're going to talk about James Conner. That just sucks. Let's be honest. For fantasy, it just sucks. Like, everyone was all on, and
Chase
even
Edmonds.
the coaching staff came out and said, oh, yeah, Chase Edmonds can be a workhorse back. Really? Can he really? Because if he really could, would you have brought in James Conner? And even more frustrating, we thought that was a really sexy spot for a good running back in the draft. And now it's just kind of like, ugh, James Conner and Chase Edmonds. This is not really the backfield that you wanted in Arizona.
I'm not excited about that backfield. If Chase Edmonds, if they draft a young guy, I think I still would be a little high on Chase Edmonds. But now that James Conner's there, it's goodbye.
Everyone who's watching who doesn't know what's going on, we're doing a community mock draft. You're commenting your picks, pick by pick, and then we're gonna make a mock draft together. You get to say what the people want is what they get. Okay, so we see some picks for Ojulari. We got Trayvon Moehrig. He's actually one of the best players in this draft. He'll go pretty late. He's a safety out of TCU. Barmore, Pay, Newsome, Moehrig. Okay, we actually have. Looks like Moehrig's about to be the reason or the player that's going to go off the board here.
I think it is Moehrig. Yeah, we'll take him.
Which is weird. Like, go ahead and put him. Wait. The Las Vegas Raiders select Trayvon Moehrig, safety, TCU. Let me tell you why this is a little bit strange, because they already invested into Jonathan Abrams not too long ago. I think there's other places that they could potentially invest into. I don't think necessarily they need to go offense, but it's interesting. I guess at that point, you just take the best player off the board. I think he was potentially the best defensive player on the board still, so it makes sense. And somehow Christian Barmore is sliding down the draft boards. All right, go ahead and comment your picks for the Dolphins. And I'm just gonna put a little comment here so I know when these picks start. Someone said they voted for Moehrig 4 times, so they may have juked the stats. You juke the stats, Cupcake.
That's what happens. Look, if you're just joining us, we're doing a live community mock draft. Trevor Lawrence went to the Jags, Zach Wilson to the Jets, Justin Fields, 49ers. The Broncos traded up, getting Trey Lance. Penei Sewell goes to the Bengals, Jamar Chase, Dolphins, Michael Parsons to the Lions. Kyle Pitts falling to the Carolina Panthers. That team will be crazy. Like I said before, Patrick Surtain to the Falcons, J.C. Horn, Cowboys, Rashad Slater to my beautiful Giants, Jalen Waddle to the Eagles, Devonta Smith, Chargers, Christian Darsois to the Vikings, Mac Jones to the Patriots, and J.O.K. to the Carolina Panthers to the Cardinals.
Sorry, go ahead.
To the Cardinals, and then Trayvon Moehrig to the Raiders.
To the Raiders. Quickly on that comment I made about Jonathan Abrams. I know they play one's free safety, one's strong safety. I understand that, but typically you don't invest first-round picks so close to each other at the safety position. Regardless, that's just typically what you do. It's an important position, but there are more important positions.
Zach and I were actually watching an old draft where the Raiders took. I already forgot his name. No, it wasn't Jonathan Abram. Remember the Raiders
Cleveland Farrell?
Yes.
Him. Yeah, that was terrible. We're actually about to release a couple videos recapping the drafts. What we've been doing is we've been going back through the drafts and looking at the busts and the ones that were steals in those drafts, and we're going to make a video for it and put it on YouTube. I hope you guys love it. We put a lot of time and effort into it, so hopefully the community likes it. But be on the lookout for it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we've got Harris, Rousseau, Barmore, Pay, Harris, Barmore. We got 3 Barmores. Might be time to put Barmore on the Dolphins here. Do we agree, Padaki?
Yeah, let's do that. This is a community. They're saying Barmore. We'll put in Barmore.
With the 18th overall draft in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Christian Barmore, defensive line, Alabama.
And here we go. Your beautiful Washington football team is on the clock now.
Oh, please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Make a good pick here, community. This is my team, Washington football. Who are they gonna pick? I'm actually gonna throw a pick in there as well to sway the decisions. Not right now. I want to see what people are thinking, but don't hurt me here, okay? Someone just said Kellen Mond. Get out of the chat right now.
Kellen Mond.
Get out. Get out.
Go ahead, comment Washington. Like comment Washington so people.
Oh shoot, you're right. It's so hard.
One second, guys. After he puts once he puts that in, then start commenting.
Okay, comment. Let us know who we should be taking. Can you scroll down the board a little bit? Let's see who's available. Right now.
Yeah. Obviously, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Greg Newsom, Kwity Paye, Jason Owen. I don't know how to say Walker Little, Terrence Marshall, Caleb Farley.
I see people keep commenting Harris, and I don't know why I'm not picking up who they're asking. I don't want Kwity Paye because we have one of the best defensive lines in the league. Let's please not go edge rusher.
You know, yeah.
Who's Harris? Who are people saying that's Harris? Like I'm blanking out here.
Is it the running back Harris?
Oh, Najee? No way. Please, we have Antonio.
I'm pretty sure it's Najee that they're talking about.
Okay, so there's a pick for Rousseau. There's a pick for Harris. There's a pick for Pay. There's a pick for Farley. There's a pick for Newsome. Asante Samuel. You guys are absolutely destroying my Washington football team.
What's your thought process?
Look, here's my thought process. I'm thinking we either go tackle or we go cornerback. Okay? We lost Ronald Darby. I know we signed William Jackson, but it's always a position that you can improve. Personally, if we were able to get Rashad Bateman, then I'm cheering. But I just don't know that we go wide receiver after we already went Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit. Let's see who's available. All right, we got a couple Farleys. Okay, we got a couple Farleys.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Phillips, I don't think is terrible. I like him.
Okay, go back
Asante
up.
Samuel.
How about Vera Tucker? I'll just throw out one little cry for help. Can we get any comments for Walker Little or Vera Tucker? Comment in the next 30 seconds.
He just wants anyone else, please.
Just please. Don't make me tell the people that know I'm a Washington fan that I selected Najee Harris. Please don't make me do this. Farley's injury prone. Okay, so we got a couple picks for Farley. We got one pick for Newsome, Greg Newsome. We got one for Rousseau.
Or Vera Tucker, there you go.
We got one Vera Tucker. Can we get a couple more Vera Tucker, please? I'm gonna put my vote out there as Vera Tucker. Vera Tucker. Okay, we got another. So that's 3 Vera Tuckers. Is there anyone that has more?
He's persuading the community, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happened. I should have done that. I should have done that with my Giants.
The power of social media. Tell me that those elections weren't rigged by social media, right? I'm using my power right now. All right, let's go Vera Tucker. Wait, hold on. With the 19th overall pick, the Washington football team selects Vera Tucker, tackle, USC. Elijah Vera Tucker. Okay, the Chicago Bears are on the clock. The Windy City.
The Bears.
Comment below and let us know who they're going to take. We got 12 people watching. We only have 9 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get it to 12. What if we get it to 12? What if everyone likes and 3, 2, 1? What if you drop a like right now? How many likes could we get to? Who knows? A little bit of a plug for ourselves right there. Okay, so the Bears are on the clock. Who are they going to take? I need to comment Bears so I know who people are voting for. Okay, we got a couple Rousseaus.
That's all Tommy. That's funny.
Tommy really wants the Bears to take Rousseau. Hey, we got to 12 likes. That's right. That's a good ratio. 12 likes, 12 watchers right now. Huge. 13 watchers.
If you're not subscribed, please subscribe as well. That's also fantastic.
Hell yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. I can't roll my R's, by the way.
I am speed.
Speed. I am speed. No.
We got 2 Newsomes here. Colin be balling. What's good, Colin? What's happening, brother? One of our first jersey giveaways. Huge love.
Yeah, he did win a jersey. All right, 2 Newsomes, 1 Rousseau, guys. We got a bunch of people watching. No one's commented. No one care about the Chicago Bears. But Aki, who should the pick be?
No one care. Look, my thought process is the first 2 people that come to mind.
Don't get too crazy here.
The first 2 people that come to mind are Newsome and Rashad Bateman, honestly.
Okay.
Because they need a receiver.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to go Newsome here because that is the consensus. So
Caleb said Jenkins. Who's Jenkins?
Tevin Jenkins, tackle.
Yeah,
right. All right, with the 20th pick, the Chicago Bears select Greg Newsome out of Northwestern. This is how I know. I am Goodell. Just so you guys know, I am Roger Goodell. Goodell, let me know when you're ready to pass a baton on. I am here, willing and ready. All right, Rousseau, Newsome goes off the board. The Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. Comment below, who should they pick? Let's do this together. If you're watching, you don't know what the hell is happening. Basically, we're doing a community mock draft together. You comment the pick, and then we select it, whoever is the most chosen player. Colts. Oh shoot! What have I done?
What you did, brother?
All right.
Colts are on the clock here.
All right. We got one vote for Walker Little.
That
We got
guy
one
from
vote for
Notre
Rashad
Dame?
Bateman. All
That
right. Can we
guy.
please find that guy from Notre Dame? Hey, can y'all please find that guy from
Are you
Notre
talking
Dame?
about Eisenberg? Eisenberg? You talking about that guy, Tommy?
Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know their name, and that's okay.
That's funny.
Okay.
Walker Little.
So, yes. What are we thinking here? What's the consensus?
Let's see what everyone is kind of right in here.
We got one for Rashad Bateman. We've got one for Little.
He's taking.
We've got one for Quiddy Pay. We've got Newsom's off the board already, guys.
Yeah, so look, if you guys don't know, the Colts need a wide receiver, a tackle, and an edge rusher, okay? Defensive end. So, I mean, we had to find the best available receiver, quote unquote, is Rashad Bateman. Best available tackle, quote unquote, is Walker Little, according to PFF. And edge rusher is Quiddy Pay. So,
maybe even Tevin Jenkins could make sense. So, if you're in the chat, comment, let us know who is the pick here. Who is the guy you're selecting? All right, we got another for Little. Okay, so we've got two for Little. We got one. Okay, so we've got scroll up. Oh, I'm asking you to scroll up in my own comment section. We got two for Bateman. We got two for Little.
we got three for Little.
Three for Little. It's gonna okay. With the 21st pick in the NFL draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Walker Little. Little
Stanford.
Wayne. Walker Little Wayne out of Stanford is at the Colts.
And I think
Bateman's on the board still.
this is a team that I'm most excited for. I'm really interested to see who the Tennessee Titans take here.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I believe it's a wide receiver. I think the two best available wide receivers on the board currently could be one of the guys that are going to the Tennessee Titans, which could be interesting. Rashad Bateman, why? I don't know. He just is a pretty great player. And Elijah Moore, he's really high on my board. I love Elijah Moore. He can be a better Corey Davis.
Okay. We got two Batemans on the chat. Let us know. Comment who your pick is for the Tennessee Titans here. We got, well, Luke keeps commenting Bateman, but we figured out that you can't juke the stats anymore. So still two. Samuel makes sense with him losing a cornerback. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we got one for Samuel. We got three for Bateman. The only reason I'm a little bit hesitant on Rashad Bateman to the Titans, I think it happens if they're on the board here. I don't think the board falls exactly how we have it. But the only reason I'm a little bit hesitant is just because, like, he's a bigger receiver. It's not bad to have two bigger receivers, but also I think it's too early for Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So it's just a tough position to be in.
How tall is Bateman again?
Bateman's like 6'1", I believe.
How tall is it, Brown?
Oh, no, sorry. He's like 6'3". He's a big body.
I'm just going to click on his profile here, so don't get all discombobulated. 6'2", everyone. He's 6'2".
Yep.
Okay,
so that is looking like it's the pick. All right, the Tennessee Titans select Rashad Bateman, wide receiver, Minnesota. Put him on the board. Comment your picks for the New York Jets. The Jets are on the clock with the 22nd pick. Go ahead and comment below your picks.
And this is where the Jets could stack up here. You got your quarterback. Do you go another receiver, or do you get the first running back in the draft here? Okay? And obviously the first running back can either be Najee Harris, could be Travis Etienne. It can really be anyone. Obviously, it doesn't say that they need a running back, but that's what I believe that they do here in their second pick in the first draft.
Unless you believe that Tevin Coleman is the answer at running back. But you know, it could. There's a common misconception right now that this isn't a deep running back class.
Absolutely.
It's not, but it's deeper than people think.
Exactly. That's what
there
I'm saying.
There are 5 to 6 players that could be stars at the running back position. Not that will be, but that could be, right? We talked about them. There's a video that's going to release soon talking about the hidden gems of the draft. We got Ojulari, we got Harris, we got Farley. We got Javonte Williams. We
Wow.
love Javonte Williams. It's just probably too early for him to be drafted, right?
Yeah.
But the community is going to make a pick, so let's see.
I'm trying to scroll down just so everyone can see the other names. Elijah Moore, Kwity Paye. Like all these guys. Like I'll try to scroll.
We got one for Etienne. And that's interesting. While we're waiting for everyone to comment their Jets pick, who's going to be the first running back off the board?
Yeah.
Is it going to be Najee? Is it going to be Travis? Could it potentially be Javonte?
Look, right at the moment, Harris could be going into the next team on the board here to the Steelers. So
could be.
All right, here we go. What's going on here?
So it looks like Farley might be the pick here. Caleb Farley. He had the most votes. So let's go ahead and say the New York Jets select Caleb Farley, cornerback, Virginia Tech. Look, here's the deal. If Farley can, while we're talking about Farley, comment your Steelers selection. Mm-hmm. Who should the Steelers draft? As we talk about this latest pick, here's the deal with Caleb Farley. He would have been the first cornerback off the board if he didn't have the back injuries.
Yeah.
So if he can stay healthy, Badaki, this could absolutely be a steal for the New York Jets team. Personally, I think the Jets have to get another weapon here. Whether it's a running back or a wide receiver. Like, they got Corey Davis in free agency.
And you have to think about it, like the new head coach, he was defensive coach, Rob Saleh. Maybe he does go defensive player in the second pick, and then he probably waits. Where do the Jets go? The Jets have the 34th pick, so maybe they do get an Elijah Moore on the 34th coming to the turn of the draft. Maybe they go Rondale Moore, Kadarius Toney. I'm just looking at other names here. Maybe Travis Etienne does fall to the Jets in the second. Who knows?
Yeah. But we have 2 picks on the board for Najee, one for Travis Etienne. Can you scroll back up? Yeah, let's have a look. So I'm curious who people think will be the pick here. But we'll give you 10 more seconds to vote for who you want to be selected to the Steelers.
I'm really not mad at Rashad Bateman going to the Titans. I'm not mad about it.
No, I'm not mad either. I'm upset. No, I'm not mad. I'm not sure it's the right fit. At
the moment, the 3 loyal ones.
It looks like Najee Harris is going to be the pick. So
it makes sense.
With the 24th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Najee Harris, running back, Alabama.
Where the heck is Najee Harris, if I can find him? Harris. I couldn't find him.
All right. While Najee Harris just went off the board, the Jaguars are now on the clock with the 25th pick they got from the Rams in the Ramsey trade.
So
comment below. Let us know who should be the pick for the Jaguars.
So this is interesting. Obviously, you hear, you listen, you read. They get a quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. Okay. There's a lot of people saying that they do go tight end here.
Tight end?
I've heard people say they go tight end.
No. They get a good tight end in the second or third.
Yeah. I'm just telling you what I've heard. There's people saying that they go to tight end and Brevin Jordan's or Pat Firemouth, which is interesting. I don't think they do that. They do need to protect Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Best available tackle.
All right, we've got one for Phillips. I'm assuming Jalen Phillips out of Miami. I feel like they will either go weapon here. Tight end, I guess, could make sense. But comment below, guys. Let us know who you think it should be. I just feel like, because they can't draft Elijah Moore here because they've already got smaller wide receivers to help there.
Yeah.
We got one for Phillips, one for Jenkins. I feel like maybe tackle is a smarter thing to do here. Do we agree? Let's put Tevin Jenkins on the board. Oh, yeah. We have one vote for Moore. Rondale Moore, it wouldn't be crazy for him to go this early.
Well, Elijah Moore is still on the board, so.
Oh, he's saying Elijah. Yeah, right. See, that's interesting that they have Elijah Moore so high. PFF does.
Bro, I agree with PFF for Elijah Moore, in my opinion. Like, I love Elijah Moore. I believe he's an extreme talent.
All right, let's get some offensive line help. We do not want a repeat of Blaine Gabbert 2011, where he had no offensive line to help him. So there's a couple picks for Tevin Jenkins. So with the 25th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Tevin Jenkins, tackle out of Oklahoma State. The Browns are on the clock. There's a player that I think fell to them pretty nicely here.
I believe so as well.
Comment below your picks for the Browns. I think I'll just say Kwity Paye. I feel like if Kwity Paye is on the board here for the Browns,
that was my guy. If Kwity Paye goes, I mean,
I don't know how you don't take him.
Yeah, you have to take him. Best available here.
We'll see if the community thinks the same way. But Tevin Jenkins, look, it's hard taking a tackle in the first round later because normally it does. You know, it's 50-50 if it works out or not. Really, taking a tackle in the first round. But again, you have to take the chance to hope that you can protect your investment. Trevor Lawrence is now an investment. How are you going to protect that investment? Put big players around him on the offensive line. Okay, we've got 3 votes for Kwity Paye. Let's go ahead and put Kwity Paye on the board. I think the Browns will be ecstatic. The Cleveland Browns select Kwity Paye, edge, Michigan. I think if he fell there, the Browns would be ecstatic to see that.
Now the Baltimore Ravens here. I mean, the other guy that the guy that I thought could fall to the Baltimore Ravens could be a Rashad Bateman if the Titans don't take Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously they do need another receiver. They signed Sammy Watkins to 1 year.
There's 3 teams who need wide receivers. I feel like the Ravens are the least likely out of these teams to take a wide receiver, but they could, you know, with the wide receivers on the board. If Bateman's on the board, it would make more sense.
Yeah, it would.
It's probably too early for Terrace Marshall. But let's see what everyone thinks. Comment below your picks for the Ravens. Ravens are in an interesting place because they've committed pretty much as a franchise to Lamar Jackson, but I'm not so convinced that he can win a Super Bowl. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a really exciting player to watch.
Yeah.
But if you're a Ravens fan, I just want to ask, you know, is there even just a little bit of you that potentially doubts that he can take you to a Super Bowl with the way he plays the game? Now, look, he's young. His game can still develop, but they're in an interesting position. Okay, we have 1 vote for Kadarius Toney. We have 1 vote for Elijah Moore. But Aki, should we start adding our votes in here?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't think they go with a smaller receiver. They already have Hollywood. I mean, I think they go defense.
Okay.
They lost. Who they lose?
Are you thinking Jason Owe, Ojolari? Who are we thinking here? Asante Samuel? No, they don't need cornerbacks.
No. Yeah, I think Jason Owen.
Jason Owe. So is Jason Owe the pick? Are we happy with that?
Yeah, I say Jason Owe.
Right. With the 27th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Jason Owe, edge out of Penn State.
And this is where it gets hard, you know?
This is where it gets hard. This is where I can see some wide receivers going off the board. Comment your pick for the Saints, all the Saints fans out there. Let's see who you want the Saints to get. I think there's actually not a player on the board that doesn't make sense for the Saints here. Like, I genuinely think any of the players that you can see now would make sense to go to the New Orleans Saints. I think Elijah Moore makes sense. I think Rondale Moore makes sense because you don't really have a complimentary wide receiver alongside Michael Thomas. You always need help on defense. They're a little bit weak at cornerback and linebackers. So they tried to bring in Eli Apple. Didn't really work out. Maybe Asante Samuel is a pick here, the cornerback. We have a pick for Collins, Zaven Collins, I believe his name is. We have 1 pick for Rondale.
Rondala.
If Rondale can stay healthy, his upside's crazy. That's just the question, though. Can he stay healthy? You know. So.
Look, I'm not upset about Rondale. I'm happy to put Rondale up there.
Okay.
How you
Let's
feel?
go ahead and put Rondale Moore on the board. With the 28th pick, Rondale Moore goes to the New Orleans Saints. Comment below your pick for the Packers. I think this is where it gets fun. Hopefully, we're gonna do what the Packers haven't done in a long time, and I want you to only comment which wide receiver you want. Do you want it to be Elijah Moore or Terrace Marshall?
We have Kadarius Toney. I don't know if you want to reach that.
Or Kadarius Toney. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kadarius Toney, Elijah Moore. Who's the pick here, guys? Because that's gonna be the consensus here, I think. So let us know. Comment below. Is it Moore? Is it Toney? Toney TNT.
Go TNT, Toney.
I'm gonna go ahead and make the pick. I'm gonna say the Packers take Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss.
He's just taking over, guys. He's taking over.
I'm taking over. No one's commenting. Comment below if you want to have your input on one of these picks. Just comment in the chat. But I see Elijah Moore going to the Packers. This is what every Packer fan would want. Give us a wide receiver,
please,
to help out Devontae Adams.
Please.
Right? Okay, the Buffalo Bills are on the clock. I think maybe Ojulari makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, I think
Asante Samuel makes a lot of sense. Who are you thinking?
I say let's go Asante Samuel. I think he's pretty special in my opinion.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills select Asante Samuel, cornerback, out of Florida State. Colin B. Ballin just said, I think the Packers should take Asante Samuel. Yeah, they definitely could. That wouldn't surprise me if they went cornerback or wide receiver. I think that's two very, very likely options for them. The Kansas City Chiefs are on the board. Been a lot of whispers out there, Badaki. A lot of whispers. But personally for me, I think if they don't take a tackle with their first pick, then they've completely messed up their offseason. So there's a tackle on the board that I think. Let's scroll down. Who are some other tackles? Because I'm not like a massive fan of Dylan. Alex Leatherwood. See, they've Samuel Cosme.
That's probably it, honestly.
Yeah, let's do Cosme here.
Cosme?
I think Cosme makes the most sense. Out of Texas. Kansas City Chiefs select Samuel Cosme out of Texas. Pick here. The last pick. Comment your pick for the last pick in the NFL draft.
Can I just say that I believe the Bucs will take a quarterback here? Who? Not sure.
Here?
I believe so.
What? What quarterback are you thinking?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure, but it can either be Kyle Trask, Kellen Mond, Davis Mills, those quarterbacks that we're kind of talking about. It makes sense to. I mean, you could get defensive players, but their defense is stacked right now. Okay.
Yeah.
You could take one of these guys. Maybe a Greg Russo. Maybe you get a receiver. I mean, if you go by what their needs, PFF is saying that they need best available defensive end, doesn't come.
Ojulari could make sense, but yeah, I get it.
And then a safety. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, we can't focus too much on PFF, but I get what you're saying.
I believe they take a quarterback because Tom Brady really only has, 1 or 2 more years. In my opinion, they need to look for the future now. There's a lot of talent here. Okay. Maybe if you get somebody that's young, that probably a little bit more of a project, and that can be managed by the best player in the NFL currently still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Here's the reason I'll combat that. You just signed Tom Brady last year. And when you signed him, you signed him with the understanding that you're going to do everything to help him win a Super Bowl. You still have him on the board.
Right.
You could draft, how big was Tristan Wirfs for that team last year? He was massive. You could still draft a player right now that could help this team win right now. Go back to back. Maybe he re-signs another year. What if you draft a quarterback and instead of him re-signing with you, he decides, oh, you should have helped me out. I'm actually not going to play for you again. You know what I mean? So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is. But I'm really not sure who they would take. This is an all over.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying Kellen Mond.
That's funny. Should we make the people happy?
Yeah, why not? Let's just see what happens.
I don't think it's a good pick. I just want to go out on the board and say this. But with the 32nd pick The Tampa Bay Buccaneers decided to piss off Tom Brady, and they draft Kellen Mond, quarterback, Texas A&M. Personally, I think he shouldn't go in the first. I don't think he should go in the second. That's just how I see it. I think it's too high. I mean, Davis Mills or Kyle Trask would have made more sense for me, but we're going to give the people what they want. So
That's right. That's what we're here for.
How do you feel about this draft, Badaki?
It's interesting, like let's go through it really fast. I think, the top 3 is what we expected. Trey Lance goes to the 4th. 5, 6 is what we expected. Michael Parsons. The Lions, what we expected. Kyle Pitts. I mean, he falls a little bit, but we expect the Panthers to take him. Patrick Surtain, J.C. Horn, Rashad Slater. I think it gets interesting around here, around 19, 20, 21, 22. I think any of these teams can take anyone. All these teams, I mean, I don't understand why PFF says you guys need a wide receiver. I don't believe you guys do anymore, but
I think some people consider Samuel like a gadget player more than a wide receiver. So
right. So I think the Bears can take a receiver. I think the Colts can take another receiver. I think the Titans, these teams, 19 through 24 or 19 to 23, can all take a receiver.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It's really interesting what's going to happen in the draft. But this was fun.
Yeah, this was actually really fun. Thanks everyone for joining us. Hey, if you want to join our Discord, all you have to do is go to a link. It's actually in the bio. The link is solo.to/fantasylandfootball. If you go to that link, you'll be able to find everything that we do as Fantasyland Football. You'll be able to find our podcasts. You'll be able to find our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok. You'll be able to find ways to support the show. Mm-hmm. We're launching Patreon. Patreon's a site that you can support us through. We're launching Patreon year 2 right before the draft. Really soon we're going to launch it. Mm-hmm. And there's some pretty cool exclusives that you can get through Patreon. And it's just a little way for you to support us. But hopefully, we don't agree with every pick either. Someone commented that, but it was fun. It was really fun to do.
Yeah.
But we will see you in the next video, right?
Yeah. Come through. Check it out. Let us know what you like. If you want to do another one of these right before the draft, let us know. If you want us to do the top 15, top 10, whatever the case may be, let us know. So, and let us know if you want us to go live during draft day. I think we're probably going to put a poll up on Instagram. I think we should, just to see where everyone's feeling. We weren't expecting to do it, but a lot of people are saying we should do it. So,
yeah, I'm not sure on it, to be honest. I don't know, but
yeah, same.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Latest.